Alright. We're live, so this should be everything I need. Tell me if there's something wrong with the sound and whatnot. I'm kind of just testing this out. I haven't really streamed much with my capture card before, so... Settings could be wrong, but they should be fine. Let me know in the comments below if it's on YouTube, or in the chat if you're there for the stream. So today we're gonna cover lemons. The infamous lemons, or at this point we can just say famous. It's really mandatory for any MegaMan player to really master the art of the lemons. It seems stupid, it seems like it's gonna be something super easy, but it actually takes a while. In Smash 4 when I started, it took me about 2 months just to be super comfortable with lemons, so don't discourage yourself. Most people are faster than me though on that. Yeah, let's go. Let's use this. Alright, so first off, why are the lemons important? It's basically part of our neutral. It's going to be super important to learn them as everything revolves around them. We have tons of conversions. We just have, we can use them to edge guard, push people back. It does everything for us. It's kind of weird to say, but the best way I can describe them is it's a bad projectile, but it's the most useful one. Which is why you need to learn them. And the reason it's so useful is because you can move while using it. But before I get into this, as most of you probably already know, we have 3 versions of our lemons. We can either jab, we can F-tilt, and we can use it in the air as our nair, neutral air, by just pressing A. These, we keep kidding around saying that they are exactly the same, but the truth is, they're not. They all have some specific differences. One of them being, let's see, the jab to begin with. If you go up close, it has a small stun box. That's how jab works. That's really its advantage that it has. Obviously, if there's an item behind you, which I just did on the ground, you will pick it up instead of shooting the jab. However, when it goes to F-tilt, it doesn't have any strong box. Oops, I jumped accidentally. So you can use this to cross up really easily, but as you can see, no strong hitbox. Only the regular lemons are actually hitting. But, big advantage also, you will pick up items by doing forward tilt. So that's really good for any kind of conversion. You just throw the blade, you go, you pick it up, and you can do whatever. And next is the nair. You need to be able to convert an F-tilt into a nair at any point. Simply because you can use it to kill, and you can use it just to push the other one back. As you can see, the strong hitbox on it is ridiculous. And what I mean by you can convert is 1, 2, 3. Hey, look at that. So the guy is stuck there and you just push him back and there's nothing he can do. How do we actually use lemons? I've seen this question asked a lot in the Discord by the new players. Like, when to use lemons. The correct question would actually be when not to use them. You have a dead moment, just use them. Basically, they are used to catch jump. Your opponent goes and jumps, you can just shoot a straight lemon, it'll force them down. Or you can just shoot 3 of them. You can use them to edge guard, using the strong hit of nair, just to send them backwards. It can kill if near the ledge. Around 140, I think, it starts killing, for in most stage. You can use them also just to catch a jump, like off stage. You know the other guy's gonna jump and slightly peek above the stage or something, just shoot a lemon. He'll go flying straight down and then you can go for it there or something. You get a really strong edge guard from that. Next, you can use it, as I mentioned before, just to push people away. You can use it for extra damage here and there. Just, hey, you're playing neutral, you bounce around, you shoot your lemons. It just racks up damage slowly. You can also get some conversions like everybody's talking about in the Discord. The famous macro cancel, the lemon salad, as we call it. But there are more conversions than that you can get. Like, if you want, you could just do this, cancel it into a metal blade. It just leads to a lot of things. It creates a lot of openings. You gotta use that. As I said, huge part of a neutral. It basically revolves around that. And you can use them, especially in Ultimate, with how big the range is, just to force people to approach you. You keep zoning them, you don't have to super commit to go close, and you can still rack up some damage. So you can just abuse that. Now you may be wondering, okay, that's already a lot, and there's more use than that. Like, a lot. But where do you start? First thing first. When practicing for lemons, you need to be able to begin with 3 things. You need to be able to shoot up 1 lemon whenever you want. You need to be able to shoot up 2, and to shoot 3. That seems kind of dumb, but you need to be able to do that at any moment, even under the pressure of a game. With an opponent charging at you, sometimes you just want to do 2, because if you do 3, the conversion won't work. So you need to be able to reliably shoot how many you want. The little trick also, to moving freely while using lemons, because that's also what you need. I see a lot of people thinking they're fine, but all they're doing is actually, oh look, I moved while doing it. But no, you actually stop if you notice properly, like, or they will charge and be like, okay, yeah, I done it. It's good that you can stop, but you need to also be able to start. That's a thing that I've noticed by a lot of beginner MegaMan. When they just recently picked up the character, they don't start moving. Like, they will keep moving if they are already moving, but if they are static, they have a problem starting to move. You also need to be able to jump through them at any point, because that way, oh, he's super close, well, 1-2. If you do the third one, you're just gonna mess it up. So this is extremely important. So how to train that? Just go in training like I am right now and shoot lemons and everything. It's not the most interesting thing to do, but it's super useful. So yeah, I really recommend doing that. After that, what else could you try? Like, yeah, I'm getting confident, I can move freely, I can do whatever I want, I can just bounce around, shooting lemons, keep the opponent away. Well, you can start just fast falling them. It looks dumb, but being able to bounce like that while fast falling them is actually another step. It takes a little while to get used to it. Obviously, it's not the hardest transition to do, but I mean, MegaMan is a tough character. Let's take it when it's not the hardest thing. After that, we could talk about, I guess you could also go, oops, sorry, and snipe over people. Just get used, especially if you want to do doubles in the tournament or something. Like, just getting used to how tall the character is and sniping right on top of it. It's so useful. Right now I'm messing it up, obviously, but you need to be able to headshot people. This way it'll make some matchups like the links much easier, and because the shield blocks them, but you need to also be able, like this, just shoot above the character. You might want to practice this with the character that your partner will do. Why is that so important? It's usually how high you will want to shoot just to catch a jump. But then again, you can just aim for the head for that part, and it kind of works also. But it's important in doubles and whatnot, just so that you can be more precise with your aim. And in doubles, it's super important because then you can cover for your ally. Like, let's say, oh, he's charging a smash and the opponent wants to jump above. Quick lemon. It hits the enemy, he falls straight down into the smash. So it just helps you being more accurate with your aim. So that's where I would start with lemons. Super important. They do 2.5 damage when not stale, and when super stale, they do 1.8, which is not enough, by the way, to return the Gordo. Gordos from King DDD require 2%. So if it's stale, just don't rely on that too much. Use the blade instead or something. I tried to nail this a little bit fast, just to make sure that the video wouldn't last too long, because I expected some questions coming from the Discord because of the lemons. If you have any questions, you may ask them now. Otherwise, I will keep this video short and cut it right there. Maybe make another one with the questions that people had. I tried to go over most of the basic things. Hi Mambo, how do you MegaMan? I know you're just trolling. But if any MegaMan player is actually in the chat and want to ask some questions, now would be the time before I end the stream. I'm gonna wait about another 30 seconds, and I'll end it there otherwise, if there are no questions. Does damage and stun change with the distance? No, it doesn't. The only thing that will change is getting a strong hit or not. Like, right here it's just gonna be the lemons, but when they are close, if you do Nair, it's gonna be the strongest of them all. And if you do a jab, it's also gonna knock them a little more. But it's really not that big for jab. And while you use F-tilt, well, it's just always the same thing. That doesn't affect damage, it doesn't affect distance or whatever. So it only affects the strong hit. Do we have any other questions regarding the lemons? I'm gonna wait another 30 seconds. If there are no more questions coming up right now, I will stop. If you like the video, if you have any feedback, how to improve it, note that I don't want to get too much into video editing. Leave a comment below if it's on YouTube that you're watching this. Let me know what you'd like next, or let me know what you liked about the video. If you have any questions, feel free. I will also respond to any comment that I see. And yeah, I think that's going to be it. Thanks for watching.